The Labor Party came up with a massive tax cut of $5 a week. Thank you very much for the cup of coffee. Honestly, these pre-election budgets are normally what we call pork barreling, where the parties are throwing money at us. Excuse me. That hasn't happened this time, which makes me think that our budgetary position is really probably quite tight. If they can't find a little bit more than $5 a week worth of a tax cut and an extension of a $75 quarterly energy rebate, either they're not looking hard enough or we're in pretty dire straits. From the economics perspective, what we normally look at on the budget papers is not those headlines that you see in the Daily Telegraph and the Sydney Morning Herald. We like to see the expectations for the budget deficit and for inflation. The budget papers had the deficit blowing out to historical levels within the next 2 or 3 years, and they expected inflation to come back down to 2.5% in the year to June. In his right of reply, the coalition has come forth with they want to try and get rid of 41,000 public servants. There was no real reason why he wanted to do this. Obviously, it's just too many people next to his house in Canberra or something. We also had them extending the fuel excise discount. Not really a gift if they're just extending a discount on an excise that already exists, but that's where we're at. So the coalition couldn't really come up with anything any good either. I think over the course of it, for a normal family that were running one car, the coalition budget was going to be slightly in front. But, it depends if you're traveling, 5 minutes or an hour to work every day, really, doesn't it? The other one, and this is where the immigration comes in, the coalition wanted to cut permanent migration by 25%. They said that they will not announce income tax cuts during the campaign, which I think is a little bit wily, but we shall see how we go with that. I just find it a little bit strange that this particular election campaign isn't as transparent about what they're going to do. Obviously, if you're going to vote for someone, you really want to know what they stand for, and neither of these two guys are really, I think, standing up to say, this is what we stand for, other than the cut to migration.